Hey, good morning, everybody. Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thanks so much for joining me today on the channel. I'm just going to try and mess with my light a little bit. I can do the videos at the same time every day, but the lighting's always a little bit different. And anyway, I'm doing a daily tarot card reading for Wednesday, June 2nd, using the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck. And this reading is going to be for all Zodiac signs. Before I start chatting, what you guys see here is what it would be like to sit down and have a conversation with me, and how it can go around in a circle and then come back, but sometimes that circle can take hours. So as you can tell from my videos, I do love to have heart-to-heart conversations, and that's like literally how I view these videos for you. It would be nice if we could all sit down in a room together, but you guys are all around the world, and I just want to send you love and light, and I do believe that my hair is slowly starting to disintegrate. So let's get going. I'm using the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition. I'm pretty sure I said that already. So let's get going here, guys. So we've got the Hanged Man. Something is calling your attention and you're not giving it the proper introspection that it deserves. So I was being guided to tell you guys when I started the video that I use this particular deck. I love using this deck when I do private readings for people that are asking about their love life. And I didn't mention that. I thought I was getting a little bit too chatty at the beginning, but it totally relates to this, because now you're being asked to look at something in a little bit of a different light. So, and it has to do with love. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got that information. So, okay, so I'll just stare into space and breathe really loud, but I'm going to pull another card. So why do you have to look at something differently? Obviously, you need to. And this doesn't mean it's just about romance. It means it's about love. And I'm getting tons of my spirit guides speaking up right now with all their different advice that melds into one, so it can be a little confusing sometimes. I'm getting like, nobody is ever going to love you exactly the way that you expect to be loved, unless you start telling people, this is what love means to me. And this could be your kids, it could be your friends, you know, your partner if you have one, or a new partner coming in for you. I know certain people that they test new romantic partners to see if they pass by reacting a certain way. And I find that really, I don't even understand that, because you're just setting somebody up to fail. So if you step back and think, well, they should have known that already. It's like when, you know, somebody, and I hear this a lot, is there something wrong? Are you upset? Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. And I think, okay, well, that's a fun game, you know, because people aren't psychic. They can't, well, some people are psychic, but they can't, like, what is really going on? You know, you got to tell people. You got to tell people what you want, how you like being spoken to. This talks about everything, every aspect of your friendship, your relationships, your romantic life. Man, if somebody can come in and read your mind and read your body and say, well, hey, I know exactly how to approach you. You know, find out if they have a brother. So my hair is falling. So anyway, you have to look at things from a bit of a different direction, you know, and have a little bit more empathy and compassion and understanding for people when they don't get you right away, you know, and having honest conversations, you know, and that includes, I'm being guided to just show you guys the bottom of the deck. Yep. Okay, so I was thinking to myself, the guides were giving me these messages, and this includes things that you're afraid of, you know. I watched this show called Married at First Sight because it's absolutely like juicy fun. And the wives, let me know if you guys have ever seen this show, and if you're not watching, I don't know why. I love it. But anyway, the girls were talking, like there's 5 wives and 5 husbands. So the girls were sitting around talking, and girls are just so, like, there's no holds. They just talk about everything. They were talking about, like, what their do's are and what their don'ts are. And they were very, very wide open, you know? So it's very easy to have these conversations with somebody, I guess, if you're not afraid of being judged by them. So the Devil card comes up when I was just about to say, this includes discussing your fears with other people. You know, do you have a fear of abandonment? Like, what are you afraid of in relationships? Do certain words trigger you? Do they remind you of somebody else in your life that you would just as soon never see again? So the Devil card comes up, and the devil holds you down. And this is everything within you that you're afraid of. So are you going to let it get the best of you in a new relationship, friendship, whatever? You know, you've got a new boss or something like that. You know, I just started a new job recently. I guess it's been 2 months now, after being let go from a company that I worked at for 10 years. So I told my boss that. I was like, you know, I'm still a little bit nervous because I never expected that to happen. And like, he was so cool about it and was really, you know, we talked. Hold on for a second, guys. So I'm seeing where it might be time to have like really open adult conversations, you know? You got to find out the truth about who you're surrounding yourself with. I did see on Monday where you need to kind of protect yourself, but it is also, you have to time things. You know what I mean? You have to use your judgment, and don't like word vomit on somebody either. And this is going to be when you're a little bit more invested in people and you can trust them, and you can start telling people what you're afraid of. So there is something that needs to be examined a little bit closely. Maybe think like, what would I appreciate with somebody coming to me? You know, do I want to guess what's going on? Like if somebody comes up to you and says, you know, I have a problem, and then they just sit there like Mount Rushmore, and you're like, do you want to start talking, or should we play charades? And then you're baffled, you know, and it's kind of annoying when people are like, you know, those famous Facebook posts where people just say, oh, I'm having such a bad day. And it just seems to me like they kind of want everybody to feel sorry for them. Oh, are you okay? You know, whatever. I think stuff like that should be talked about. I don't want to slam anybody for doing that, but it's kind of asking for attention, but with very little substance to it. So you don't want to give that kind of impression. Do you know what I mean? Where like you're giving somebody the cold shoulder, and like, if you don't know why I'm upset, then, you know, like, this is not how we behave. It just, there's no resolution, and it's not fair on the other person to keep things a secret and holding you and them both back from having those like fact-finding missions when it comes to each other. And again, you don't have to tell your deep, dark secrets, but if you're seeing a red flag, you want to talk about it. Yeah, that word just really sets me off. Like, some people really don't like the word moist. Has anybody seen that episode of How I Met Your Mother? Oh man, I was just on the floor. So you've got the 10 of Wands. So this is a sign of a really difficult situation coming to an end, right? So if you have been surrounded by people that refuse to understand you or refuse to empathize with you, this is why you need to talk to people right now and say, yeah, that behavior sucks. I don't like it when you do that. And then if they flip out on you, you know, this is kind of, it's like echoing back into Monday a little bit, you know, and you could be holding yourself back. There is a way to protect your innermost secrets, but also get to know somebody. So try not to use the silent treatment and let people figure things out, because they're going to fail. you know, you may as well just hand them an F already. Anyway, guys, I mean, this is going to be, it looks like a very emotional week for you. So try and stay level and no blurting and just ask questions, and don't expect people to go on some sort of treasure hunt looking for what the problem is, or, you know, because people can tell right away, you know. Or are you upset? No. Okay, so we don't do that anymore. Anyway, I'm going to go. Bye. Bye.